dogs are going to be going nuts for a bit, I think, because they're... Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hey Sam, I'm good. How are you doing? Just gonna have a little quick session today. Let me know if you've got any questions about anything. Hey David. Hey Gaurav. Basically, if anyone's interested in the tune Wayne Shorter's Iris, I can do a little bit of a breakdown. It's the jazz tune that I've been working on this week, but it's proved to be quite difficult. So I could just talk through some of the theory of that, and that might help me. So I can do a little bit of that, or we can talk about whatever else. I think Wayne wanted me to figure out a jazz tone on the FM3, so that's what this is that I'm playing through. So it's based on a Fender Princeton. And you kind of just roll off your volume, tone, sorry, not volume. But I also wanted to see if I could figure out how to do something with the formant thing, and see if I could do like a Kurt Rosenwinkel type. So that's just doing vowel-y things, so probably not that. Some sort of envelope then. What do we want? Something else I'm going to have to work out in it. Right, any questions about anything, feel free to ask them. Filter maybe? What type of humbuckers are these? So this is a Firebird neck pickup and a mini humbucker in the bridge, and they're made by Chris at K-Line. LFO on. How do I play live like this? Do you mean in stereo, or I'm not sure what you mean? Just bypass that block. Do you mean like? I'll just change over presets to. Yeah, I watched Mortal Kombat a few weeks ago. Yeah, not good. Right, let's find another. This is a 2-rock preset apparently. Nah, that's the answer. Right, we've got the AC21. That's what I'll. OBS is what I use, and so I've got stereo coming out of whatever I use into my interface, and then in your interface you want to pan them left and right, or set them up as a stereo pair, and then in OBS it just does that. Am I thinking chord tones when I'm improvising? Sometimes, but mostly I'm thinking about what key I'm in. Right, so I'm just going to change the screen to this Iris one, and that's not the right one. Show you what I'm working on a little bit. So this is the tune from Wayne Shorter, and it looks and sounds deceivingly simple. This is the little chord melody that I've put together for it, which I'll put up onto my Patreon for the people who want it. Normally my jazz tunes go a little better than this one has gone for me, so I've kind of wanted to look at why maybe it's a bit tricky. So we got this F minor that we're starting with, and I'm thinking of that as chord 2. And then a movement from E major 7 to F major 7. Now in some of the lead sheets they put them both as sharp 11s. I'm not sure, I haven't listened to that bit closely enough to know whether that's right. So and then we fall down to this B flat kind of augmented thing, or sharp 5, and then another altered chord with a sharp 11, and yet another altered chord with a sharp 5, and then so that very first bit there's kind of a lot going on, so I've been trying to think about what I would play over each of those. So the F minor, as I'm saying, I think of chord 2, and then the E, I'm thinking of chord 4, and then for the F major, I think, I'm not sure how I'm thinking of that, so maybe I'll just play an arpeggio for that. And then for, that's very much an altered chord, so chord 5. And then for that the D flat 7 sharp 11. Because there's a sharp 11 in it, that kind of places it as chord 4 in a melodic minor. So maybe like a G altered. No? Yeah. So I need to kind of get 3 melodic minor keys in that first chunk of the tune. So hey Jim. So we're thinking B melodic minor for that one. We're thinking A flat melodic minor for that one. And then F melodic minor for that. So what are we actually doing there? We're moving down in like then yeah, so like the melodic minor home is moving. I need to actually be able to write this down probably, but I can't right now. So we're going from and then to G. So B flat, G, then interesting. So yeah, that kind of simplifies that a little bit. Yeah, it's a kind of a weird tune sound, but if you listen to the actual Wayne Shorter version, this version he did with Miles, they managed to make it sound. It's a real pig to play. Yeah, I don't know. It's like one of those tunes, a bit like Blue and Green or something, where there's not actually loads to remember or like loads of changes. It's quite simple and just sort of goes around in the meditation, but it's really difficult to actually play. Herbie Hancock's solo over it is super chill but super cool. Then that one there, I'm thinking of being like a chord 4 in first inversion, so playing E major, then again that very last chord, thinking of A flat melodic minor for that as well. So I think a lot of work still would be needed on this for me to actually play it in any real sense, because joining up a few melodic minors in a row consecutively that don't resolve into major I find quite difficult. So yeah, that's the tune I've been sort of playing some time with, Metal Lloyd. Anyway, yeah, I thought that might be vaguely interesting to one person. See you, Sam. Enjoy the football. So I'm now using a Morgan AC20, and let's just do some looper stuff, I guess. What do we want? Go this side. 3. Oh, actually, I want to hear you play on a ballad track. Like what? What sort of tune? Start this loop quieter because they have a tendency to get very loud with the Axe-Flex stuff. Other brands like what? So my first K-line was the blue Strat that I bought. Oh yeah, so that's a good question from David. So how do I know that it's from melodic minor? It doesn't necessarily have to be from melodic minor, but so things like this kind of chord is very much That one in specific, so like an altered 5, very much in most jazz tunes you will hear that, you know, harmonise with the. And then from my experience to, yo Casper, how you doing? It's just got difficult to play. Right, so go and check out Casper's channel if you haven't, by the way, sick player. So anytime you see like a dominant 7 sharp 11, that generally means it's also from the melodic minor, but it's built off the 4th of it rather than the so similarly, if you see a major 7 sharp 11, you know, like this sort of thing, you kind of know in that case that it's the 4 of the major scale. So if you see written down a sharp 5, generally I would build the melodic minor a step above it. And so then that would be like the sharp 5 that would belong with that particular, what's it called? That would be the sharp 11 version, I mean. Hey Jeremy. Because we build it off of the 4th the scale, so with A melodic minor, 2, 3, 4. So that's essentially how I would kind of think about the dominant 7 sharp 11 thing. It's kind of doing that thing. And similarly, if you've got just a straightforward augmented, so like a major 7 with a sharp 5, that means, in my head at least, it's built off of chord 3. Because you get, when you harmonise the melodic minor, you end up with, on note 3, chord 3 would be an augmented, so you'd have the minor, then another minor, then yeah, I mean the triads thing never really stops, does it, Morton? It's just yeah. All of this guitar stuff, there's like just a million things to think about all at once. Why do I use single coil pickups? Because they sound better. So let's, so yeah, just to summarise that briefly again. So if I've got this G sharp altered, essentially, I can build that scale and those chords in other places. So there's, hey, there, that's not it. I don't use the melodic minor as much as you, Casper. So things like maybe if you were starting on a chord 2, like a 2-5, when I was coming back, so hold on, let me just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not worked properly, has it? Over here I might... that has not recorded in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just doesn't do it in time. Great. That didn't work either, so no is the answer. But sometimes, yeah, if I was approaching the 2, I would think about having a... that sort of thing. But I'm definitely not as good at it as you are. It's definitely something I've never really felt supernatural with the melodic minor in the same way that I feel like I can get around the major scale. So if you've got any tips, Casper, share them with us. I base my runs on arpeggios and scales, not so much triad stacking. I'm not consciously thinking, oh, I can stack a triad over this or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely something that I quite like to use. Think of it as the 3/0 or 5/0. Yeah. Like in that case, so you'd be using like F minor. Yeah, I think like you in that way often as well. But like in that Wayne Shorter tune, it just goes between three melodic minor scales that don't resolve to a major scale. So it feels a bit weird for me to play it because I'm used to playing a melodic minor that then resolves to a major scale, if that makes sense, or a minor, but not just a melodic minor into another melodic minor, if that makes sense, because it kind of goes. So it's very strange. I don't play anywhere near as fluidly as Casper does, so he takes that one. K-line does have rolled fingerboard edges, I think. Not quite as rolled as the Strat. Cheers, Morton. Sort of been trying to work on some left hand stuff, just trying to be a bit more consistent. Just because I have a tendency to rush everything. Turns out I'm hitting every open string available. Like one of my favourite voicings, Casper. Yeah. To play. Super hard because you're doing like little bars of. Favorite runs. My most common kind of legato run goes like this. So you go that kind of thing. And that's a pattern I use all the time. But you could also do that. I've been trying to do this so kind of, because it's a grouping of 5 and then 3, figure out other things like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't join Patreon until tomorrow though if you're going to do it. Actually, the day after tomorrow. So you could do all this kind of 3-note per string is the legato approach that I generally go for. You could do this with melodic minor patterns as well, obviously. So kind of things like and that's what I need to do lots more of. So yeah, I think that's a really cool pattern. It kind of is generally less predictable than the kind of the normal kind of legato thing. So you see like a lot of people doing that kind of thing. I find that one kind of a little bit more musical sounding to me. Yeah. Cannot play today. the other key thing that I've been trying to work on a bit more is kind of minor 7 flat 5 stuff, but I'm not going to show you that right now because it would be embarrassing. Yeah, super embarrassing. That's the chord that I want to get. Yeah. So, if there's any other questions, feel free to ask them. But I need to go and eat some food. So, I'll give it another sort of 5 minutes. Sorry, it's a bit later than usual today. Leanna had a wedding dress fitting. Sort of consciously listening to the shape of lines a bit and try to play sort of expressively with dynamics, so it's sort of intentional. Yeah, some of it I think is just subconscious though. When's the big day? That's November. questions in now, Jonathan? It was, David. So again, what I also might do with this tune is maybe try to take some arpeggios around it. This is what I would have done back in the day with simpler tunes. That's not the right one. So we start off with an F minor. So I'd kind of take it through, maybe starting with a simple type of arpeggio. What have I been playing? I've just put it up on the screen, Jonathan. So Iris, a tune by Wayne Shorter, but it's proved a little bit more difficult than it sounds. This one's a mini humbucker, and this one's a Firebird. And then, you know, just play the next available arpeggio. Then again. And then we got a B flat. Although sharp 5, right? And then a D flat. And then, what have we got there? I can't see this because of the and C minor. Like that kind of thing. Obviously you probably do it a bit more in time and stuff, but yeah, I think I'm going to spend some more time with this, and then hopefully next week I might be able to do a better job of it, is what I'm thinking, like playing wise. So I've sort of got an idea of what's actually happening now with the tune. I sort of play the head okay, but in terms of improvising over it, there's certain bits. That part there in particular is a bit of a so the second line where you move from this B through those chords, it's just a real minefield of 3 separate melodic minor scales, which is fun. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny tune, and then other bits of it are kind of simple, and then yes, I'm not sure why it's tripped me up so much. Maybe it's because those altered chords, as I said before, are not resolving to a major or a minor chord, they're resolving to other altered stuff, which is kind of tricky. Yeah. Anyway, feel free to ask any more questions you might have about whatever. Oh, has anyone got any requests jazz-wise for what I could look at next week? Chet Baker. Be more specific then. That's cool. I'm a massive fan of Chet Baker. Hey Wayne, so I was waiting for you to stop by. Here, this was my kind of jazzy tone that I was... with the FM3. Hey Wayne, I don't know if I put it in. I'll put it in the folder right now. It's called Prince Jazz S. And what I'll do when I get out the Axe-Fx at some point is I'll add another amp to it, because normally that's what... Hey Mike, how you doing? I was named after my granddad, who had a heart attack just before I was born, whose name was John. And that's the battery exhausted. So I'll just drop this into the folder now, Wayne. Again, if you want to check out my Patreon, don't do it until, when is it? A couple of days. Don't do it until the start of the next month, because you just get charged anyway, so it doesn't make any sense to join for 2 days and get charged. So feel free to join if you want to do that. And this tune, I'll put up a backing track for it at some point as well, once I've started to figure out how to actually play it. If you've got requests for other jazz tunes, I think I'm going to try and do Eric Johnson's Tidal this week, so I'm going to need to start listening to that, and I'll also work on this Iris one behind the scenes, so hopefully next week I might be able to play it half decent. In terms of, yeah, just let me know if you've got jazz tunes that you want me to try and do my nonsense with. Today's stream is sponsored by you chaps, so if anyone hasn't liked the video or subscribed already, then please do feel free to do so. Oh, Mike, if you're interested in triad pairs, I saw this incredible video yesterday, so I'm just going to link you to it. because it's better than anything I'm going to be able to do. Here we go. Excuse me, I'm just going to share it for you here. This came up yesterday and I thought, well, that's a very cool video. So that one's worth checking out, Mike. If you're not a person who follows jazz duets, I would highly recommend. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. That's me signing off for today. Thank you for your continued watching of this nonsense. I'll catch you soon, or tomorrow it'll be, won't it? Catch you in a bit. Cheers, bye.